Man, I think it's been forever since I've actually talked in front of the camera like this at the whole desk. In this video, I actually wanted to talk about 3 things. Number 1 is the SSW wheels. So they sent those to me. They look super good on the 4Runner. It's the Raptor wheels. It's in the matte bronze color. It's super nice. It's a -12 offset, so it does sticks out just a little bit and enough to give it a really good stance. But the matte bronze as well matches the fabric of the 4x4 Colorado. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is I upgraded my coffee maker. A company reached out to me called Staresso. I believe that's how you pronounce it. They sent me a grinder and a espresso machine. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is that this is the last episode out of the entire series. It's not that I'm gonna stop making videos or anything, but this is the last part of how I'm going to make it such as this. And I'll get to more of that later on in the video, but I've kind of already hinted this as well. At the end of the month, I plan on moving into my 4Runner and just start to travel along the west side of the United States. So I'm gonna head up in towards Banff, possibly Jasper as well, explore a lot of those areas, then work my way down into Rainier National Park, and then just continuing down to Yellowstone and Grand Tetons, make my way into Denver, Colorado. It's a place I've always wanted to visit, so if you guys are in Denver, let me know, or most likely I'll probably hit you guys up. I mean, it's exciting. I've always wanted to do this, and I know you guys probably have a lot of questions regarding living on the road, but however, we still have one last video to do. So in my last video, I went out to Overland Expo, explored a little bit of Central Oregon around like the Bend area and Redmond area. Went to a lot of cool places. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out, link that above. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna head out to Catches Lake to meet up with a group called Northwest Rigs. Right after that, going to head into Mount Rainier and explore a lot of that area.
Yeah, buddy, rolling like a big shot. Got cleaned up and I only serve a big guy. Fresh start time, fresh new mind. Free on the inside, free on the outside. Why you worry when you know that he gon' make a way? I done seen him make a blessing like 100 ways. Everybody got a time, a dog gon' have a day. Only running to the Lord, I never run away. Curving him, demons try to get me, but I'm swerving him. Circling, target in my flesh, I had to murder him. Only come to steal your joy just like a burglar. Smirk at him, I know he got it covered like a pergola.
So just stopped by the Northwest Rigs meetup at Catches Lake and met up with some folks. Now we're gonna head out to Mount Rainier. Going out to sunrise. The irony of it is hopefully I can catch the sunset over at Mount Fremont Lookout, and so it's gonna be my first time there. From what I'm hearing, it's a pretty short hike to get all the way to the top, so gonna do that. And I'm not actually quite sure if I'm gonna make it because right now it's 7:30. It's an hour drive to get there, and then sunset is at 9. So hopefully I can speed run the hike, and then we'll see you guys at sunset. It's the next morning, met up with Jay here in the 4Runner. I'm gonna catch some sunrise shots real quick.
If you're good with Sony, I think I kind of want to do one more clip of me walking down there with this. Last summer, man, and we caught one of the most epic sunrise burns over that mountain. I mean, it was red for like 15 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was just burning, dude.
Oh man, you gotta introduce yourself.
Lights Art. What up?
I'm headed down south. So right now I'm at Sunrise. So if I head down the road, turn right, I'm gonna head down south towards Packwood area. I think I'm gonna check out Silver Falls Loop, and then probably try to find some camp somewhere nearby, and then cook some food, and then see what else is out there. So yeah, I guess that's the plan. Alright, so just gonna make a small detour to a place called Tipsu Lake. It's always nice to be out here, especially early morning. The wildflowers are growing as well though, so. And that's kind of one of the reasons why you go to Rainier, is to see the wildflowers. But yeah, sunrise is happening right behind me, so what I'm hoping for is the clouds disperse once it hits the mountain. Gonna hit up a place called Suntop Lookout on the trail right now. Seems like a pretty easy trail. It's actually, I'm 20 minutes away, and it's just a climb from there, so it's not like too bad. All right, so just arrived at Suntop Lookout, and let's show you guys the view. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy view. I am hungry though, so I am gonna make some food real quick before I head out. All right, just finished up cooking and everything, so packing up all that stuff, and I gotta figure out what to do with all these beers. Mike, if you're watching, this shit was for you. I was supposed to drop this off at the Northwest Rig meetup, but I do want to see what is up this hill. I think it's just a picnic area, and it's the actual Suntop Lookout, so I'm gonna head up there.
And then read an azimuth off the edge and call that in on our radios with an approximate distance. 1 square is a mile on here, so we can approximate how far away and in what direction, and that's enough to get folks to know where the fire is, where to come looking for it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
What's this?
That's the crosshairs on it.
And that's...
Yeah, and you can take a peek if you want.
Oh, okay.
The
I
idea
was
is you're
about to
going to
say.
try to take a look through the hole and line up the crosshairs, and there is a little slider here that... Where's the slider? Come on. Without my glasses, I'm not finding things very easy. There it is, there's a slider. So you bring the slider up and down so that you can see in the crosshairs where the fire is elevation-wise as well.
One of the volunteers over at the fire lookout, it looks like there's a cool viewpoint that's right here. And it was actually where I was parked when I was making food. I was actually down right there, but that's cool. I didn't realize that you can do this. She also said that this is a really popular spot for weddings and proposals and stuff. So if you guys ever do that, check out Suntop Lookout. Yeah, anyways, these are the SSW wheels. I forgot to mention that. Super cool. They sent it to me. Already gotten a lot of compliments on it. It is my, I think, the 3rd day of me having it on, and been asked at gas stations what wheels these are. The Northwest Rig Cookout, I got asked a couple times about the wheels and stuff. So super happy on how it turned out and how it looks. I think what really is cool about this is that when you pop open the tent for the 4x4 Colorado, they're the same color, so it's matching bronze with the color of the tent. You know, I never actually talk about this, but or maybe I talked about it once, but when I'm out like this and I go hiking all day, I use these like fitness wipes to basically just clean myself. So Jay and I went out to chase some sunrise early morning. That was at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm super tired. I know that he went out to go find camp and just take a nap like right after we left or split up, and I should have probably do the same, but luckily for me I have something that actually somebody sent over. It's called the Staresso. It's a coffee maker. It's espresso coffee maker, and so it looks like this, and it's super dope because I'm kind of starting to get into like the nitty-gritty of coffee making. And so basically you just put preferably hot water, and then you pump it, or you put hot water, you put the coffee grounds in here, and then you just start pumping, and then it shoots out espresso. So that's not the only thing that they sent. They also sent this really unique coffee grinder, and it's an electric coffee grinder. And for me, I always bring my own coffee grinder. You probably seen that in my other videos, but it's kind of a hassle to always plug that into the EcoFlow. So having this just grind coffee just like that is super dope. So let's make some espresso real quick. This is super easy to make. So here's the coffee grinder. It's just a twist, and then once you pull it out, the coffee grind is in here. Hopefully you can see that, but all the coffee's in there. You turn it, twist it, you press this. I'm gonna let that run so it just grounds the coffee. Preferably you want to put warm water to like almost boiling water, but I don't have time for that, or I'm just actually, the honest truth is I'm too lazy to do it. Before I do that, actually, you should probably put some coffee grounds in here. So after you, let's say you're done grounding the coffee, it's all within the tray down here. Scoop up some coffee, dump it in here, dump water in it. It's kind of like an AeroPress if you guys ever use that. So pour in some water there, screw this on, give it a and you know it's done when you stop feeling the pressure during as you're pumping it. And so once it gives you zero feedback, you're pretty much done. If you guys ever make espresso like professionally, let me know how this looks. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it makes pretty decent espresso. If you ask me, it's like the best you'll ever get for being outside in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, I am super tired, so I'm just gonna chug that and then dip out. By the way, that was from Thump Coffee from the previous episode. I'm still using it, so shout out to them. Probably don't want to leave this here, but yeah, no, let's take you guys down to the river down here. It's kind of cool. This is the river. It'd be a pretty cool campsite if I didn't have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So what I'm probably going to do is hang out in the tent a little bit, digest. Yeah, go from there. I honestly think I might just head home after this. I think this is probably one of the better features on the rooftop tent on the Colorado, is you get to look outside the front of your car. That's actually probably the reason why you would want to get a tent like this. That's gonna actually wrap up this entire episode and probably the whole series in itself. Man, I started off at the going out to Vantage with getting the new rooftop tent, which started this whole series. Went out to Olympic National Park to do a bunch of photography. Went down to California with this thing, visit Burning Falls. I've just been in and out of Oregon, so Mount Hood area, the Tillamook State Forest. Did a ton of camping over there, did a ton of exploring out over there. Mount Rainier, well, now Mount Rainier, now today, but yeah, there's a lot of places that I still wanted to go see. And then, you know, eventually I'll come back and then we'll do all this over again. So like I said, this will wrap up the entire episode. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know a ton of you guys have already reached out to me saying that love the channel, watch your stuff and everything. So yeah, I mean, like, that means a lot. So I think the best way you guys can help is, I hate to say it, but smash that like button. Everyone says that the like button definitely gives you more exposure and engagement. So I guess that's the best way to help. But yeah, super excited to show you guys the new plans, the new trips. Follow me on Instagram, of course. I usually do most of my updates on Instagram. So huge shout out to all the people I met along the way. Huge shout out to, well, 4x4 Colorado. So I'll see you guys pretty soon if you guys are watching this. If you guys got Airbnbs, if you guys got anything that would make sense when you're living out on the road, so like camping stuff, hit me up. Maybe we can work something out, because if I find it useful during my trips and stuff, I'll happily put it in the video and stuff like this. So yeah, wraps up the entire video. All right, take care, guys. Oh, I got a question for everybody. So now that I'm cooking hot dogs, and these are called hot dogs, not glizzies. We can talk a lot more about that a little later, but where did the term raw dog come from? I'm starting to see that all over social media. Like, people are raw dogging airplane rides. People are raw dogging like driving from California to like Oregon and stuff, and just raw dogging it the whole way. Where do you guys come up with all this stuff?